Dude, welcome. I want to say that. Welcome to the Drag Driver Pete News presented by Summit Racing for March 2nd. Dude, it's already March. I can't
It,
believe this, dude. Racing
dude,
season is upon us. I'm so excited.
yeah,
All right. Huge
crazy
show
that it's
today.
already March.
Oh, man. It's crazy. There's a huge show today. We've got a lot of stuff to cover, so we're going to get into it. But today we're talking about the Regional Event Takeover. The next like 8 events in the next 8 weeks are regional drag and drive events, which I'm so excited about. They are taking over 666 Big Sky Race Week, Redwood Rally updates. We got all those, and we got a car show filled with drag and drive cars. And someone's taking their stick shift car to Canada for Miles of Mayhem, and it's going to be about 5,000 miles. Well, guys, if you didn't know, my name is Mike Narks. I am the host of the Drag and Drive Show and Drag and Drive News. I'm also a promoter of the circuit, which is coming up in just 7 weeks. Dude, we posted yesterday, 49 days. I can't believe it. It's crazy. It's a regional drag and drive event in April at Mocan Dragway. Eric, introduce yourself and let's get this thing started, dude.
I am Eric White. I am the co-host of the Drag Drive Repeat show and news. I help with artwork, video editing, photo editing, everything that needs to be done. And when I'm not doing that, I'm running 815 LSX swaps, which is my channel. But
That's right.
we got a new intro video.
Let's see it, dude.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Yes, dude, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. That's great stuff, man. That is great stuff. All right, well, let's get into it, man. Right here, we can't, guys. I don't know if you know this. We can't do it without you guys, our race car friends that are out there getting things done for their drag and drive car. So much updates for today. Can't do it without our sponsors: Summit Racing, Molly Motorsports, Driven Racing Oil, Car Chains 3D, Howard's Cams, Performer Built Transmissions, Sweet Patina, and Racing Junk. Y'all, it's a big list. Can't do without them. Want to say thank you so much to them for sure for coming on board. Well, guys, hit the share button as you come in here. Let's get this thing kicked off. Let's get some folks enjoying some, I would say, car stuff on their Saturday morning here. All right. Summit Racing, guys, I don't know if you know this or not, but they started as a one-man operation back in 1968. Now they're the world's speed shop, 4 facilities, 200 plus catalog editions, fueling your passion. They save you money, deliver fast, and offer top notch customer service. In 2014, they launched the Summit mobile app, which I was just playing on before we started here, for easy access to speed parts. Find them on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. Tons of social media content over there. Also, you can find them on the On All Cylinders podcast, which talks about all kinds of other automotive discussions. From humble origins to the social media lane, Summit Racing stands by your need for speed. And then I did find some cool stuff this week. I want to say thanks to Eric because I'm not really a big nitrous guy, but of course I was digging around. We're doing some posting on the new Summit Racing, My Garage part of the website there, getting our stuff built out for when they really roll that thing out as a new app. So, found on Summit Racing for this week, guys. They've got 10% off of nitrous torque converters for GM transmissions like Power Glide, Turbo 350, Turbo 400s. For the folks that are out there, $450, 3,200 to 3,500 stall. I mean, I'm telling you, this is the way to go right here.
Yeah, and we had just been talking to Ryan here.
Yeah,
We'd been talking to him about transmission stuff, torque converters, so I thought this one fit right in with our conversations we've been having lately.
yeah, definitely. On the last show, Ryan spent almost probably 45 minutes with us, kind of teaching us some transmission lingo and how things work, and I'm still overwhelmed with knowledge. And then also, I've been working on the My Garage, but Eric, your garage on Summit Racing is way more detailed than mine. So, why don't you lead us into your stuff? I'll pull these down, and you show your screen there.
Yeah, so I went in here and set up My Garage. I got to play around a little bit, so you can see 815 LSX Swap Garage. You kind of scroll through here and you can add your vehicles. So in here, I've got the 92 Nissan 240 SX in here. You can throw some photos in there. So I got a few photos of each. You can put information about your drivetrain, suspension, brakes, wheels. You can select parts that you've bought from Summit Racing, and you can add those in here for people to check out. You've got the Mustang here. So we've got the twin turbo LS Fox body Mustang here. Same thing, a few pictures in here. You can add information about that. And then I even threw my daily driver in here, my '07
Mm-hmm.
Silverado. So got that in there, and a picture here at Byron when I had the Fox body there. So pulling a buddy's truck. So I think this is going to be pretty cool once we get into it and they start getting all this going. And um, you and I just found each other on my garage. So we've got
Right.
I've followed my first person, which is you. So I think this is going to be pretty fun. There's a community on here, and you can look at other people's vehicles and see what kind of parts they've purchased from Summit. And it usually, I think it gives you a link so you can click directly on the products that they bought and buy them yourself as well.
That's pretty awesome. Six, I have a big sneeze there. Yeah, you've done a great job at that, and I intend to do a lot more of that sometime over the next week. Well, let's talk about some breaking news that happened as of about an hour ago. Our boy Adam Dory is going full time announcing. This is a
That's
big deal.
awesome.
This is a big, big deal. I'm excited about this for him. I'm excited about this jump. And I mean, he's gonna be working hard, man. It's gonna be a great thing to see him out there. And this will obviously lend to him being at way more events. That sweet, buttery voice of Adam Dory gonna be out at so many different things. Well, if you don't know, he lives in South Dakota and he is willing to travel. Obviously, he's going to be out and about across the country. Has several things lined up for the year because of his awesomeness that leading up to this. But he says he has openings in May, July, August. He's open Labor Day weekend. It's the only time in September that he's open, and then October, November, and December. So pretty cool, man.
Yeah, so I'm assuming he's going to be at a lot of events this year, which is going to be fun to see him.
Yep. Yeah, that's for sure. Well, we wish him the best of luck. And, obviously, we'll be intending on having him on the show sometimes talking about some of this change and what new things he's got going on. We want to support those that support us. And Adam is a huge supporter of the channel. So thank you very much to Adam for all the stuff he's done in the past. And, dude, we wish you the best of luck and hope you're trying to figure out how to double book weekends, man. That'd be great.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's talk about the regional event takeover, dude. I'm telling you, this driven racing oil event news segment is big. There's a lot of stuff that's going on. So let me read the ad real quick. Competition drives innovation. The Driven Racing Oil brand was originally created to advance engine and driveline lubricant performance in professional racing engines, but today our innovations as an engine oil shop extend to the street and more. Driven Racing Oil delivers specialty lubricants designed to meet the requirements of your specialty application. All of the products provide unique formulas developed with the application in mind first. Because Driven always puts the motor ahead of the molecule, Driven keeps things in proper order. You jump onto drivenracingoil.com for all of their products. They have like 14 different categories of oil products. It's overwhelming. We're going to have those guys on the show on Wednesday night, and they're going to kind of explain a little bit about what all of that means. So, dude, regional events, the next 8 events are in the next 6 weeks, 8 weeks. I think it's 8 events in 8 weeks. There's
Wow.
weekends where there's 2 events again. We're seeing these double up across the world. I love it. The Carolina Drag Cruise obviously sold out. It's going to be sorry, started in the wrong spot there. Battle of the Streets, first event for Mike Mayo, first drag and drive event for Mike Mayo to host. Battle of the Streets, Warner Robins, Georgia, March 16th through 17th. The Hard S 1000 in Australia, March 18th through 23rd. Dude, it's 3 days of racing and 5 days total. So there's 2 full drive days. So I think
Nice.
they're taking a little bit of a cue from Rocky Mountain Race Week. People love the drive days because it gives you time to kind of, enjoy yourself. You got Carolina Drag Cruise, which is sold out at 70 cars. It's going to be a really fun event. Obviously, they are racing a couple days, and they've got a full drive day. They're up into the mountains and everything like that. So obviously, in the Carolinas, Shady Side Dragway is the starting point of that. You've got the road trip drag challenge number one for the year. So there's three events they're doing this year, two regional events, which are weekend style 3 day or less events. And then they're having their first 5 dayer as well. So they're going to do a full on national level drag and drive event. But the first one comes up on it, Road Trip Drag Challenge. It's in early April. Central Victorian is in April, yeah, it's the same weekend as the circuit. Sorry,
Yep.
April 18th through or April 19th through 21st for Central Victorian. I think they have a few spots still available for it. And then, of course, the circuit I'm actually talking about running up. We'll talk about this a little bit later, but talking about going to Mocan on Sunday and doing a little promoting up there, you know. And then the next weekend, you got King of the Open Road and Cruise and Lose. Cruise and Lose here in the middle part of the country. So it should be pretty awesome. I mean, Coder is going to be Oklahoma City, obviously Thunder Valley, and Cruise and Lose is at I-29 Dragway. That should be two really good events that will be great to test your car. You know, and that's kind of what we're doing with the circuit too. It's going to be early season. Regional events are easier on cars. Great way to shake out some bugs before you really start taking on, the big events like stuff going on in June. Rocky Mountain Race Week. You got Six Summer. You've got Big Sky Race Week. All the stuff that's there in June. So it's going to be pretty busy. But these are great. This is, dude, 35 events.
Yeah.
This is 8 of 35 events in 2024, and you
Well,
guys
and
can.
what's wild is as I'm sitting here looking at the screen, there's almost as many that are not in the U.S. here as there are that are in the U.S.
Yeah, so I mean, you have Battle of the Streets in the U.S., Carolina Drag Cruise, the Circuit, Coder, and Cruise and Lose. Yeah, so 3 of the 8 are in Australia.
Yeah. So there's a big
Crazy.
come up with the Australia Dragon Drive stuff, which is super exciting to see.
Yeah, bring it on. That's 7 for them this year.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, absolutely intense. Love seeing all that updates. You can find all these events at dragdriverpete.com/event list. That's I update that every time I hear of one, and I know that by the end of the year we're going to end up. I'm thinking 53 may be a little much now. That's what I guessed at the PRI show with Tommy Dupree from Summit. I think you guys may be closer, 42 and 48, maybe a closer number.
Yeah. Yeah, but again, it's only March. Like it's the first weekend in March, so we're only 3 months into the year.
Right, that's right. Well, we see a lot of folks host these events because they can't get in, and another event is probably sold out by now. It's 9:14, 10:14 Eastern. So I would think in an hour, 666 has most likely sold out. Haven't seen the update. I haven't seen the artwork for that yet, but surely it is. There's a lot of people that are saying they are in. So I don't know what
Hmm.
the limit is on that, but a lot of our friends are in just from scrolling on Facebook. So 666 has registration open. If you're not, if you didn't get in, jump on the wait list. This is going to be one for the books, man. I'm telling you, Springfield, Ozark Raceway Park, Mocan Dragway, Tulsa Raceway Park, Thunder Valley in Oklahoma City. Like it's going to be nuts. We're cruising 66 the whole way. And then you've got Redwood Rally has their event. Their registration opens up on March 8th. They had a bunch of the OG guys get into re-sign up that did it in 2023. They are signed back up in 2024. So that's awesome. That's one of the best ways to keep your, I don't know, family feel or format, the way everybody kind of knows what's going on and you don't change much year to year. So you got Redwood Rally registration March 8th. Veteran Racers just got in yesterday. And then Big Sky Race Week has released all the rules. All the rules are laid out on the website at bigskyraceweek.com. That's really exciting. You've got Rocky Mountain 2.0 or Race Week is set for registration on March 8th as well. So Redwood Rally and Race Week, both registration on March 8th. So it's going to be pretty intense, man. It's going to be cool to see the best part is those are in totally different parts of the country, so they shouldn't have any bearing on each other at all. But I'm hoping because those guys are stacked up like that, that it means that the just I don't know, the attention that comes to drag and drive across the country is gonna be even higher because now everybody's gonna be talking about that, and with SICK having their registration this weekend for 666, that's 2 weekends in a row that you have national level events that are obviously probably gonna sell out. I mean, there's not many spots left for Redwood. I would highly doubt that race week has any problem selling out to the public. There'll be I think there's 300 spots for that one. There'll be 250 returning racers that get in, leaving 50 to 80 new racers to jump in, and that usually sells out in 1 to 2 minutes. So pretty awesome.
Looks like we've got Danny here saying he's in 666.
Yes, that's awesome. Well, I'll be there as well
Yep,
because
Carl
I
saying,
can't pass that one up.
yeah, Carl saying that he's doing Sick Ward for 666. We got somebody here saying there are still spots available for 666. So,
Gotcha. Well, they can't be any for very long, for sure. Well, we'll be
right,
there. I'll be there for sure for media covering that whole thing, and I'm because it's right here, dude. It's coming to the two tracks we're using for the circuit 2024. They're starting at Ozark Raceway Park and they're racing at Mocan too. So I can't not go there.
right.
All right, and
Absolutely. It's
then
going to be fun.
oh yeah, and then last national level kind of big news event is the Hot Rods by Havlik, the fastest streetcar shootout. This is a tribute race to the one that was put out, in the 90s that really kicked all of this thing off. Everything that started here is from that event, and they're doing a tribute race of that, and they are chasing down a lot of the original guys and girls that are racing there and bringing them back. So that's going to be pretty cool to watch that. They are limiting the entry to 300 cars, which I feel like is a whole lot, but I think we're going to see a lot of new stuff come in. And again, this is going to be in the format of the original fastest streetcar shootout style. All right, guys, do us a favor, kick that donkey kick that subscribe button or follow as you come in here. And then the guys that are subscribed and following us, please hit that share button. Let folks know that we are on this morning as we move into the next setup here. We want to see if we can maybe cross 100,000 followers by the end of March. We're
Here we
really,
go.
really close. We're like about 3,800 away from 100,000 followers total across our social media pages. So we're right there. We're right there. Just got to get there. You know what I mean?
Let's go.
Yep. All right, guys. Car Change 3D this week. Our featured product is the drag column for their Fox Body Mustangs with a drag column cover with the Fox Body Mustang because you can take this piece. You see, it looks way nicer. They use a Motion Raceworks blinker setup. I mean, it just looks way nicer than a standard deal. So we looked at some of the cars that are kind of being built around the drag and drive style, and of course, dude, I can't wait to see this car here. Jason Golden bringing out a brand new car. If you guys don't know his bad decisions, Fox Body Mustang is very, very fast. So he's going to take that drive line out and put it in this car when this car is done.
That's
That
going to
thing's
be cool.
that car's like this car's going to be really, really nice. Oh, sorry, wrong picture. He has a couple different pictures. You can follow him, Jason Golden, on Facebook. Man, a lot of really cool stuff. This is going to be a really cool car when it is done. And then this next picture is Cal Hayward. Now, listen, dude, if you're going to make Drag Week, you can't be working on a whole bunch of car stuff when you get Drag Week. But you know how it goes. The Pinky Drag Week Mustang is famous. He's been out a long time. He's been out of the game of drag and drive for a while. But y'all, look at this next picture.
Oh
That's
my.
one of the bullseye turbos that he's got.
I like that.
Dude, big block Ford, 3,500 horsepower goal. We're following this car like crazy. Again, you can follow him on Facebook as well. Pinky Drag Week is what the name is. This is really cool. Look at the work on the headers there. This is pretty intense, man. I'm uh I'm really excited about this and how this car is going to come out because if it's anything like his old one, it's really been I mean, it's going to be a really really nice car.
Yeah, it looks really nice, and it doesn't look like there's a lot of room there. So I'm assuming that's That's why those headers are probably custom built to fit in there.
Yeah, yeah, that's for sure. All right, and then man, did I not add it? I may not have. Hold on just a second. Let me look through these. I think I may have gotten the. Oh, no. Is that something maybe you added that I missed on the notes there?
Yeah, it looks like it got added a little bit farther down in our notes
Oh,
here.
gotcha. Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah. Lead us in.
this is Joe William. He is at the Detroit Autorama. But the reason that I put this in here is because this is a vehicle that Car Chains 3D has parts on. So you can see here the column mount that we just talked about. The carbon column mount is on this one, and the FT600, the Fuel Tech dash insert. So
Oh, yeah, okay. I was
so I
like,
thought,
wait, this is yeah.
yep. So I thought this was cool. This car is at Detroit Autorama right now. So if you're in that area, stop by and check it out, and you can see some of Corey at Car Chains, his actual work on display
Yep.
there.
Yeah, and there's probably really a ton of cars that run a lot of his stuff because he has the dashes and he has the inserts and he has all that kind of stuff. So that's going to be, I mean, I think as we continue to talk about Car Change 3D, we're going to see a lot more of the products that come out just from, him following and people sending him pictures and things like that.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, I completely missed that you had added that.
No worries.
And then this here, guys, this is exciting. Taylor Hedrick and CJ Kentucky Roberts are going to Canada. They're taking the stick shift Mustang 2-valve TKM engine built. I mean, like this thing is going to be nuts. It says
Yeah.
5,000 plus miles. They're driving the car up, pulling a Rich Guido and a Chris Hine, of course. But they're going up to defend the stick shift championship that Bill Armstrong took last year. He went from Colorado up there, knocked it out of the park. Then three of those guys came down and just destroyed anybody at race week. So Taylor is taking his car up there. Hopefully, Bill Armstrong's taking his car back up there. It should be some Canada versus the USA stick shift competition going on there. Should be pretty fun.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but he lives in North Carolina, 12 to 14 day trip, and he basically said he wrote out a full page of expenses, sent it to CJ, and his response was trip of a lifetime, priceless. Let's go.
Taylor here, chiming
Yeah.
in.
Yes, man. I can't wait to see how this goes. It's going to be really, really cool, man. Good luck to him. I want him to just beat up on everybody up there. And then our last little bit here of kind of some updates is Jason Schaefer. Let me run through the list here. Jason Schaefer, Reggie Moore, Larry Hayes, Scott Guthrie, Mark Edwards. Um, there's two other people I forgot to list on here. They're all running around. They couldn't wait for Rocky Mountain Race Week, so they are taking the cars and they're cruising to Knoxville Dragway this weekend. They're going to be up there making passes, camping, having a great time. Sadly, I couldn't make it because we had a gymnastics competition, but this event looks like or this gathering, not even an event, it's a gathering. It's celebrating some life that's out there, man. It's going to be really cool. So, Mark Edwards posted this picture right here at his house in Nashville and said some degenerates had shown up. I mean, dude, look at how much fun that is right there.
Yeah, that looks like a good time.
Yeah, I'm telling you, and those dudes are a blast, man. They're one heck of a team to start kind of your camp life with. I mean, they've got everything. Reggie Moore pulls a huge trailer that's got all this cool stuff in it. I don't know if he's pulling it this weekend or not, but a whole neat combo of people there, man. I wish I could have made it.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yep. Yeah,
I
that's
wanna
that's gonna be a fun one.
I want to jump back to a comment here real quick. I thought this was interesting. Ken had was asking Rich here. He said, "How would you rate an event where you meet somewhere public on day one and drive to the track from there? I'm limited on tracks here in the UK and thinking of ideas to make a worthwhile weekend."
I highly recommend it. I know that's not directed to me, but or us, but I'm telling you, one day events would be great. What we would like to see, and there's several of them that are going to be around, but you got to make it can't be like a 20-mile drive. That's the biggest thing. It needs to be 70 miles plus. I really feel like 85 is kind of where we start really looking and for us anyways, considering it as a drag and drive event. And one day events could do that pretty easy. Start early morning, do a breakfast at a Waffle House somewhere, and then just cruise on to a track that's close. It doesn't have to be some big crazy weekend or week long deal that people put together. It could literally be just that. It could be people meet in the morning and run out. The biggest thing, like what they do with True Street, is then you pull in the lanes and you have you make three passes to set your average, and that's what wins. I think that would be great. Or set it at two. I mean, you've got to keep the format of the drag and drive event alive, right?
Yeah.
So or if there's going to be a track day and they're going to be open all day, go in and make a pass, make the drive, like make 100-mile drive and come back and make a pass. I
Hmm.
love the drag race, your heart out, then drive, Ken Films here says 100 miles and then come back and make a pass again. In the right cars, you could do that pretty easy with a 5 or 6 hour window of a track being open. 4 hours
Yeah.
would probably be a little tough. You need to be in there and ready. But if you're going to set it up right, you could go in, be there when the gates open, do a little driver meeting for 20 cars. It's going to be easy. Everybody's most likely already switched over. They're in the lanes, make their pass, get on the road, make your loop, come back and make your other pass.
Yeah,
Yep.
and you could almost start with a route stop. You could say the event starts and you start the morning at a route stop. Like you said, like a Waffle House could be a route stop.
Yep.
You start there, then you head to the track and then kind of do a loop, maybe do another route stop and back or something.
Yeah. I mean, you could definitely do that. That would work. End up,
Yep.
start somewhere in a bit. I was thinking at the track because you would have your truck and trailer there, so it'd make it easy to unload, get your car ready as the track is getting open. Because typically, let's say the gates open or the track runs at 11, which is what Mocan does typically here. So they open the gates at 9. You get in, get your car switched over. You're in the lanes at 10:40, waiting. Make your pass at 11. By 11:30, you're out of there, and then you're running down, knocking it out. Yeah,
Yeah.
Carl Bright says, pretty sure the Central Georgia event is doing a first day. It's only a show and registration. Yes, that is exactly right. So we're getting there. Again, Mike Mayo hasn't raced in a drag and drive, and I think we're seeing some of that with a lot of the guys that are used to heads up races, and they're adding like I would say a longer true street feel to it by going heads up. We would love to see on our side, we would love to see averages being what determines the winners, in
Yep.
my opinion.
Yep.
Now,
All
do
good
whatever you want.
conversation though.
As long as people are driving their cars and drag racing, I don't care how you get there, to be
Yeah.
honest. So
Yep.
you wanna
That's a yep. So that's a good conversation though. Thanks, Ken, for for dropping that in there. It's good to get some conversation like that going, and it's good that people are thinking of how to get events going and wherever they're at.
hmm
All right, we're gonna do an ad read here for Molly, one of our sponsors, obviously. So we want to thank Molly for their participation. Attention, high performance enthusiasts and sportsman class racers. Meet the Molly Motorsports Power Pack Kit, your ultimate solution for power packed performance. The Power Pack pistons are made from either 4032 aluminum alloy to allow for tighter cylinder to wall clearances and improved temperature stability, or 2618 alloy to allow for increased detonation resistance. Tailored for various engine families from small block Chevy to Volkswagen and Audi, they've got you covered. What sets them apart? Forged pistons, graphite coating, and phosphate treatment for peak performance and durability. Elevate your ride with Molly Motorsports, where performance meets precision. Unleash the power within. Visit mollymotorsports.com for more details. Again, Molly is spelled Mahle.
That's right. MollyMotorsport.com. I love those guys. George's car is so cool too. And Eric's. I mean, it's a stick shift NA Nova that runs 10s, dude. Let's be honest. That car's cool.
Yeah, right.
All right, guys, it's time for the gentleman's agreement. If you don't know what this is, it means that we love what we do, but we work hard and it takes a lot of time and money. We'll keep doing this if you keep doing your part and hit that subscribe or follow button, guys. Again, we're trying to chase 100,000 followers total. So wherever you're watching this across the 8 platforms that it's on right now, make sure you hit that follow or subscribe button. But I'll tell you, I've kind of gravitated more towards YouTube lately, where I'm posting more of the stuff. So if you really want to follow and have a lot of fun stuff to see, most of that stuff's going to be on YouTube. A lot of our long form videos and things like that are over there. So appreciate you guys for doing that, and also thanks for being a race car friend. This is part of the program right here. Like, race car friends make this world go around, and you guys are definitely that. If you haven't seen our race car friends videos, I took more than 100 videos this year of cars driving by and saying race car friends, and that's because of you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're also
And
doing this. Go ahead.
I said, and I may have reached out to one of these sponsors looking for some parts for some of my vehicles. So there could be
Yeah,
some good stuff coming here in the near future.
yeah. I mean, definitely some. I don't even want to talk about what we talked about, because we got to get it set up first. But I'm telling you, this could be fun for your stuff, and we'll make more power if that could tell anybody what we're looking at. Yes.
Absolutely.
Thanks to our sponsors: Summit Racing, Molly Motorsports, Driven Racing Oil, Car Change 3D, Howard's Cams, Performa Built Transmissions, Sweet Patina, and Racing Junk. We can't do it without them as well. You know what I mean? It becomes a whole village that it takes to put all this stuff on.
You got that right.
All right. And for the Performa Built Transmission segment of this show, Performa Built Transmission made this post to their Facebook page, said it's time to give a little love to some of the incredible hard parts that make up our Black Edition 4L60, which is actually running in this 1500 horsepower all wheel drive Holden wagon. They literally give you the parts list right here, man. This is all you need, except
Yeah.
you have magic fingers to work as voodoo magic. For the input drum, they use a 44L78 drum, whatever that means, with the threaded billet end cap paired with a piston reinforcement kit. The Black Edition also gets all billet shafts, the Beast shell to eliminate spline stripping. It also gets high strength 5 pinion planetaries, say that 3 times fast, with the option to upgrade to a billet 6 pinion front planet with a 284 gear for added insurance. With limits unknown, this unit has held over 1,000 horsepower and, in this car, more than 1,500 horsepower in many of our customers since 2014. Visit their social media and see for yourself. You can find them on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. And this literally is a Black Edition 4L60 in this car, holding 1,500 horsepower, full weight Holden wagon in Australia that's going to the track this week. So we're going to see if it'll handle traction. That's the thing that breaks stuff,
Right.
traction.
Yep.
So, all right. Well, dude, kind of lead us into some of the stuff that we're seeing this week at the Detroit Autorama.
Yep. Real quick before I jump into that, I want to. Derek had a comment here. How about Top Fuel champ Clay Milliken getting out to test his drag and drive pickup recently? So
Yeah.
So just before the show, I didn't even have a chance to mention it to you. I was reading that. I actually have it
Hmm.
up on the other screen here,
Yeah. Let's do
the
it.
article that they put up. So I thought that was pretty cool. I was gonna actually show it to you after because I
Yeah.
didn't know if you had saw it. But
Yeah.
since
Yep.
Derek brought it up here, um, for those that don't know, Clay Milliken, you should know him from Top Fuel there, but he's got this drag and drive truck right here that he calls
Hmm.
Dentley, and he's been talking about doing a drag and drive in it. And as I kind of read through here at the very bottom, he says, where did it go? My focus to try to make drag and drive has been on sick week. It seems like the rest of the year I'll have conflictions. I would
Hmm.
also consider the original drag and drive hot rod drag week. We need to make it happen. So that
Yeah.
would be super cool if we can see Clay at a drag and drive event this year with Dentley.
Yep. It's twin turbo Gen 3 Hemi. This what's funny is, Clay Millican races a car that goes 330 miles an hour.
Right.
And this this truck here, he said he would be happy if it goes tens. But it's got AC, power steering, power windows. It's got 4 full-on race buckets in it. So he wants to haul people around with him. Gonna be a really, really cool truck when he gets done with it.
Yeah.
Or
So
when he gets it out on the road. He's done with it. I mean, obviously he's making passes at a track. And in this article, he talks about that he made his first pass at Jackson Dragway. His son made his first pass at Jackson Dragway in that truck And now, now that it's in drag and drive form, it made its first pass at that track. So pretty neat.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah.
So thanks, Derek, for putting that in there because I was just reading that before the show and I thought that was pretty cool as well.
Yep. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, Rich Guido says 5,200 pounds
Yep.
on that truck. Yeah. Yeah, big boy stuff. I can't wait to see guys like Clay come into this because he doesn't have a lot of time, obviously, to attend a bunch of events. But when he does, he's going to bring those drag race fans over. He's going to bring them over to this drag and drive, and that's what we need. We need more folks wanting to come out to this. So, all right, lead us in, man. Tell us what's going
Absolutely.
on.
All right, so let's get back in here. So right now, the Detroit Autorama is going on, and it is full of drag and drive racers. So obviously, Summit Racing has a booth there, and guess whose car is in their booth?
The
None
world
other than
champion.
the drag and drive world champion, Bryant Goldstone. So looks like he's got the car pretty cleaned up there. Looks good. I I definitely like that. I like the world champion belt sitting down there. So
Hmm. Yeah, it
so you can
looks
see,
awesome. Love that shot there with the full drag and drive gear setup.
yep, trailer and
And
everything. Didn't just bring
yeah,
the car.
yep, that's what I love about this. I think that's what's really neat about him being there, and just the conversations that that's going to build. They're gonna be like, he drove this on the street, pulls that trailer. Is this staged? Nope, that's actually the trailer he pulls.
Right. Well, and from the video that you posted that got ton of comments that people, go crazy when they see this car pulling the trailer and the big off-road tires on it and everything.
Yep,
Looks like Josh here says they're about to head to Autorama. So,
nice.
yeah, make sure to take lots of good pictures of these drag and drive cars. Send us
Yeah,
some if you'd like.
yeah. I was gonna say send us or tag us in it or something. We'll
Yeah.
check it out for sure.
So there's a ton of other vehicles here too. We've got Back to the Streets. They've got a ton of cars there. I remember them making a post that they were going to put this together, so you can see their bunch of
Yep.
vehicles there.
And some of these photos, I don't know which ones you grabbed or not, but some of these photos are from Matt Lang, the promoter of Back to the Streets. This whole setup he has is awesome. I mean, like just in this shot, Brandon Cirillo's a longtime drag and drive guy. Alex Chudd, I think, in the F-150 just started his drag and drive stuff with this one with Back to the Streets 2023. And then Adam Hodson in that gray S10 in the back there, he's not new to this at all. He's done tons of drag and drive.
Right. Yep,
Yep.
absolutely. So, yep, Big Three's got their cars there. We got some pictures there in here too. So, as we go through here, we've got Dave McKenna with the Fox body there. These are all
Mhm.
right in the Back to the Streets section. We've got Austin Sanchez with the Camaro there.
Mhm.
Like you had mentioned, Alex Chud with the F-150. That's such a clean F-150 too.
Dude, it's intense. It started as a work truck, and then obviously, he put twins and no hood on it.
Yeah. And then again, Brandon Cirillo's Mustang. We saw that at Midwest Drags last year.
Mhm.
Super fast car. I don't know the white car. I don't know whose that one was. I wasn't able to figure that out.
Yeah, I don't remember the name on it, but it's a K-swap, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's kind of a neat deal.
Yeah. And then you've got the Sick the Mag section there. So they've got the merch trailer there.
Mhm.
You've got the truck, and I didn't catch whose car was on the
Nope.
other side.
Yep, that's Fonzie's. That's the Barramont. So it's got a Ford Barra engine in it and super, super clean car. Really excited to see him out there having that.
Yeah. Fast Ranger Motorsports is going to be at World of Wheels with 4 cars, which is essentially the Chicago Autorama that's coming up next weekend.
Mm. Yeah, we're
So
gonna talk about that here in a minute too,
yeah,
of whether you should go or not.
yeah. Well, I think we
I
know the answer.
I think that seals it right there. Fast Ranger Motorsport's gonna be there. You gotta be there.
Yep, yep. He
Yeah,
was there last year too.
that's awesome. And then Ricky Russell, that if you go back one, that little red express, man, that truck is intense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be capable of like eights
Wow.
when it hits the track this time.
Yeah. So just going through all these, it's super cool to see all of the drag and drive cars at essentially it's a giant car show.
Yeah.
Most of the time you go there and you see the cars that are up on stilts and, mirrors under the car that, get pushed in and out of a trailer all the time.
Hmm.
So it's cool to see drag and drive cars that were driven there and are going to leave being driven and taken to
Yeah.
the racetrack instead of just seeing all the just the builds that don't ever drive.
Yep. Well, and again, like having folks like Matt Lang, I mean, I meant to say this earlier. He spent like 25 hours putting a video together to play in the booth while they're there. So if you are at the Detroit Autorama, please run by there and watch at least 10 or 15 minutes of that video. I mean, that's a lot of time to put into a video. I know it. And I'm sure he did a great job. He's going to post that up on the channel after the event. But having, back to the streets, Summit has has the Dragon Drive World Champion on there, and then you have the big three in the SICK the magazine booth. It's crazy, man. It's really gives an opportunity for a lot of people to talk about Dragon Drive.
Yeah, and you go back, I've been going to the Chicago World of Wheels for years, and you go back, bunch of years ago, and you didn't see this. So
Yeah,
I really like that this is happening now, and I hope this becomes a thing more and more that these events and maybe even the World of Wheels or the Autorama promoters, it'd be great if they start reaching out and asking for more, of these streetcar type vehicles to come out to the shows because
yeah,
let's face it, the full builds are cool to see, but
yeah,
like everything else, they're not attainable for most of us. We want to see the cars that, our parents had, our friends had, uncles, whoever, those cars that we know somebody that had one of those, we can relate to those much better. So I
yeah,
think those are more enjoyable to watch and check out.
yeah, definitely. And anytime we can help support the drag racing, the drag and drive community is better. Also the drag racing, but I'm telling you, these cars being out and about are a big deal for us.
Yep. So a few
Okay,
more
right.
pictures here. I don't remember how many more we got here, but we got Big Three racing there. We've got is that Adams Camaro, I think?
I think so, Adam Green.
Yep.
Yeah, and one thing I do like about this, can you imagine the people that are going to walk by Chuck's wagon there and see all the stuff on top and be like, "What is this? Why
Right.
this?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you've got the big zoomies and everything, so it's definitely going to get some attention for sure.
yeah, yeah. And that's the goal for those guys for sure. And then Adam's car, you can actually see the video playing there in the back, or Adam's truck. This truck draws a ton of attention as well because of the way you stack turbos on the above the glass or above the roof line. Super
Yeah.
cool stuff.
I remember when that was built on the what was the show? Do you remember?
It's like horsepower wars,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Or 10K drag challenge, something like
Yeah,
that.
that's what it was. Yep.
Yeah,
10K
yeah,
drag challenge. I remember watching that being built, and I thought it was super cool.
yeah, yeah. Definitely, man. That truck just works. I don't know if you
It
guys have
does.
seen the Back to the Streets videos that I put together when I was there. That truck just carries the wheels about 2 feet off the ground. Just motors
Yep.
right down through there. It's pretty amazing.
Yep. So anybody that's in that area, head over, check out Detroit Autorama, take pictures, tag us, all that stuff.
Yep. All right. And then up next is a really good opportunity for someone with the Parts Online Network guys. Andy and the team over there, Bill, y'all, this is a this could be a good experience for somebody. He says it's a fun opportunity that they were all able to offer last year. They've got two positions for two events this year. They are looking for a co-pilot for Six Summer. It says it's pending now, and a media assistant, which could be cool. That means you're going to follow those guys around, document the trip. Which, if you are an up and coming YouTuber or social media person, this would be a great chance for you to do that and really kind of get an idea of what it takes to be at that level of wanting to do that. And Bill would be a great teacher on how to do all that stuff. So we got media assistant open for that. That is Six Summer. That is June 8th through 15th. And then they're looking for somebody for drag week, but it looks like they have the co-pilot spot already filled, but they are looking for a media assistant. So throw your name in the hat. Here's the way co-pilot stuff works. Everybody says they want to go till it's time to go. So if you are interested in any of that, reach out to Andy or Bill at Parts Online Network and get set up with it. Those dudes have a blast, and this is probably your least expensive way to get involved in a drag and drive event. You're not going to be racing the car. You're going to be documenting theirs, but this is just like he says. This is a great way for a newbie to experience it.
Yeah.
So all the hotels are paid for. The only thing you pay for is food and any souvenirs you may want at the event.
Yep. And they
That's
mentioned, they prefer somebody that's new, but they will take, a veteran.
yep, yep,
And like
and
you
if
mentioned, it's a great opportunity. If
yep,
if I wasn't going to be there already documenting for us, this would be something that I would totally jump on. So
yeah,
anybody that loves it as much as we do should reach out to those guys.
yeah, and even if you are tempted, maybe you don't know you love it as much as we do yet because you haven't been, but if you're tempted, this is a great way to do it.
Yep.
Anthony's saying it was horsepower wars for the Adam Hodson build.
Mm,
Appreciate that. All right, and then the next thing up here I thought was really cool. Obviously, Sick the Mag is always talking about support your local track. Well, they are supporting their local track, Milan Dragway. They are actually they are sponsoring a lane at Milan, so that's kind of neat. I
yeah.
really I like how they're getting more and more involved in that. That's pretty awesome to see them out there and doing that. And I'm sure that those guys race at Milan quite a bit, but this is a big deal, and
Yeah, that's
hopefully it
pretty awesome.
motivates some other folks, to get out there and do some of that as well.
Yeah, I think that's something that people probably don't think of that often is to sponsor a lane like that, but it's becoming more and more common.
Yeah, just getting involved. So Mocan Dragway has a deal right now where they're repaving some of the pits and they're looking for sponsors for that. So we've been talking about doing some of that as well. So, just ways to get involved. And again, anything you can do, even if you just go to the track and buy merch and buy hot dogs and hamburgers and waters and all that kind of stuff. Just going there supporting is always a big deal.
Yep.
All right. And then last up here on the little bit of news is Dragzine posted the other day that the Southside Dragway, I don't know if you remember this, but this is the guy that sold Earl Smith sold like 7 of his hot rods to buy this track. They're set to open May 18th. Hasn't been open since 2017, and they're opening it with a no prep race called the Comeback.
Nice.
This is going to be really cool. I really wish I could make it work to be there, but this track, with the attention they've garnered, if they can do this right, this track can operate for a very long time. It goes back to always making it, again, 7 years being down is a long time, so I can't imagine the workload they talk about. But in the Dragzine article, they discuss how much they've done and worked tirelessly and got people from the city to come or from the community to come in and volunteer time and volunteer equipment and all that stuff. So it looks great in this picture here. I can't wait to hear about the first weekend. Again, May 18th. If you are in West Virginia anywhere, this would be a great opportunity for you to go in. And they've also joined the WDRA Racing Association, the World Drag Race Association, as their sanctioning body. So that should help them grow as well because now they have the community around that, and that's going to help them, just continue to bring in races and racers and spectators.
Yep. With all the tracks that are closing, whenever we can talk about a track that's reopening, that's incredible.
Yep, yeah, because man, I really want to say in the last few months, I feel like there's been more tracks opening or getting upgrades, things like that, than there have been closing. So that's a huge win for the drag race community. Again,
Yeah.
cars are cool again. That's the big thing right now. It doesn't matter what kind of car it is. The cars are cool. People are modifying stuff. People are building things. People are making changes to their cars, and we're seeing a lot more kids like at Cars and Coffee and stuff. Young people, not kids, young people coming in and enjoying the sport as well. So pretty interesting.
Yep. Ken here saying similar to our Melbourne track, the community saved it, worked on it, and raised money constantly to reopen it or redo it. Sorry.
That's awesome. All right, man. Lead us into what you found on Racing Junk this week.
All right. So again, Racing Junk is our official buy, sell, trade partner for Drag Drive Repeat. We do not run a buy, sell, trade Facebook page or anything like that. So this week I've got a couple cars. This one is absolutely gorgeous. If you don't love a 68 Camaro, if you don't love that body style, I don't know. This thing is super nice. Now, it doesn't seem to be that it's set up as a race car, but for the price, I think this would be a great build for somebody. It's already a good looking car, but you can start to make it into a drag and drive car. So there's some great photos here. Whoever took these photos did a great job. They're super nice photos here.
Yeah.
Full
Yeah.
interior car.
It's probably one of the biggest things you can do for if you're selling something that like you're going to get more money if there's really nice pictures. These are professional pictures, obviously, because they got the logo on them. But
Yeah.
spend the $250 to have a photo shoot done, and I almost guarantee you it'll get you another grand or two.
Yeah. And and I see so many vehicles for sale, even, but drag and drive aside, like just cars, clean your cars before you try to sell them. That's one of my big pet peeves is when I'm looking at
Yep.
cars for sale and they're just dirty. Like nobody took the time
Well,
to vacuum them, clean them. Like if you
well,
don't take care of it,
yeah, here's the problem with that though. A lot of times you end up in a situation where you're like, screw this car, I'm done with it. I'm listing this stupid thing. But if you take the time to clean it, you'll fall back in love. You'll understand
yep.
why you were building it, and a lot of times people don't want to do that.
Yeah, well, for a person like me that likes to, buy and sell stuff, I can get it cheaper if you don't clean it. So
Yeah.
back to the Camaro here. It's in Tennessee, 44.9. It's in Corvette white. It's a 68 Camaro, GM 330 horse crate 350 V8, TCI turbo 350 transmission. You can go on and see they've got a full build list here of everything that's on it. So
That's awesome. Yeah, great car. And I feel like that's a pretty good deal. And it was posted today.
yeah, yep, yeah. Honestly, for a car that's that clean, this like 44.9 I don't feel is that bad. You see some of these going for way more than that.
Mhm.
And our second one, have you seen Dennis Taylor's post about the car that they're bringing back, his old
Oh, yeah.
gasser?
Yep.
So when I saw this reminded me of that. So we got a 1941 Willys Coupe, 79.9, so it's a little bit high on, out of my price range anyways. But this is again really nice photos here. Super cool car. It says down here in the description that it's always been a show car and never been raced. We need to fix
Boring.
that. We
Yeah.
need to fix that. Do you see this? That can't
Oh
just sit at
my.
car shows.
That's man, that like breaks my heart. That car, I'm sure that car, oh yeah, I want to make 1,000 horsepower and I want to do wheelies and I want it to be cool. And then
Yeah, banging
you get
gears,
into
and
that. Yeah.
this would be a fun stick shift. Banging gears, getting that front end hopping around.
Yeah. Wow. What a nice car. Somebody please buy that and ruin it. Let's get some bugs on the front of that thing, man. Dang.
Right. Yeah, super,
All
super
cool.
nice. Um, Completely custom gasser built, 11-year restoration, 278 cubic inch supercharged V8 4-speed manual transmission, blue exterior with Spanky's Speed Shop livery, custom interior, diamond stitch seats and door panels, only taken to car shows, never raced.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
yep.
heartbreaking, dude.
So again, thanks Racing Junk for being our official buy sell trade dealer for Drag Drive Repeat. These are the vehicles that I found this week, and we'll be back next week with a few more vehicles.
Yep. All right. Well, guys, it's that time of show where we've got a few minutes here. Let's talk about what we're doing this weekend. Let's start with today. Obviously, we're doing the drag drive repeat news, and then after this, I get to replace the brakes on my wife's car. Is
Oh,
that fun? Yeah, no, but it is gorgeous here. It's going to be like 70 something degrees today, so I'll be working in the shop for the first time, turning wrenches on something in the shop in 8 months.
yep.
So What about you, man? What do you got going on today?
Today I put in new floors in my house, last fall, beginning of winter, and I never got around to doing the trim on the floor and the windows. So today's going to be a home improvement day.
Nice.
But in between that, I am going to be working on some new artwork for both Drag Drive Repeat and for the circuit. So you should see some
Yeah.
new posts coming out. What'd you say? We're like 40 something days
Yeah.
away from
As,
the
as
circuit?
of as of right now, we're 48 days in
48 days.
7 weeks. Dude, right now in 7 weeks, we'll be eating at Waffle House in Springfield, Missouri.
Yeah. So we need
We
to,
probably won't. We'll be done and over to the track by then. But some folks will be eating at Waffle House in Springfield, Missouri right now.
yep. So we need to get some more posts going. We want to make sure we can get as many spectators
Yep.
to come out and watch. So if anybody's watching that's A, racing, invite all your friends, or
Hmm.
B, if you're in those areas of those tracks, come out, watch, hang out for the day, talk to racers, watch some drag and drive, come support the circuit.
Yeah, if you've ever been interested in a drag and drive but never been close, this is a great opportunity. We're going to race at Mocan on Friday and Sunday, April 19th and 21st, and then on the 20th we're at Ozark Raceway Park. So it'll be pretty crazy, man. We're driving Route 66, almost 240 miles of Route 66, so it should be a good time there. And then tomorrow, I talked earlier about going to Mocan to promote for the circuit, but I think I'm going to hit Cars and Coffee in the morning and then head up to Mocan. So part of my plan for late, I mean, well, probably early today is to get some flyer type artwork done up that I can throw in the car and take, to both of those spots. Because again, we're fully sold out. So we're not looking for new racers. Now we're looking for people to come in and preach this the drag and drive lifestyle too.
Yeah, 100%. Anthony here saying currently about a few hours away from oil pressure on the new motor, standing under the car as I type this.
Man, dude, good luck, buddy. I'm so excited for you. Good luck.
So tomorrow, my plan is as long as I get all the housework done today, it's going to be like 70-ish tomorrow. And for those that don't know, last week it was 70 one day and 20 the next day.
Yeah,
So now
that's too
yeah,
stupid.
now that we're back coming up to the 70s, I think it's going to be getting out in the garage. I need to clear some stuff out, clear the winter clutter out of there, and then I want to get all the vehicles fired up and running. They all stay on battery tenders, so batteries should be charged, but
Nice.
just need to get them up and running. Maybe take the 240 out for a little drive around the town, and then
Yeah.
soon there's going to be work coming on the Fox body. So I've got lots of plans on what I want to do. I just gotta get the time to get out there and start wrenching on it.
Yeah, as you convert that car from a full-on drag car to, a drag and drive car.
Yep, yep. And there's going to be a topic around that I'm going to be posting here,
Yeah.
maybe this weekend. So I'm looking for some opinions on how I should handle converting some of the stuff on that.
Ooh, I
And,
like it already.
and then the last thing, kind of going back to Fast Ranger Motorsports, next weekend is the Chicago World of Wheels. Um, what do you think? Should I go up
Yeah,
there?
you should go.
I should go. Anybody else know of other vehicles that are going to be up there? Fast Ranger said he's taken 4 cars. This person we need to get up there too. I know they're right around my neck of the woods too. It'd
Yep.
be awesome to see Howie's car up there, get the wagon up there.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be really, I mean, and dude, if that car's running, yeah, they had it running and driving the other day, so should be able to see some really fun stuff with that. I would think that, and then let's make a post. We'll make a post here in a little bit asking who's going to the World of Wheels in Chicago, and that'll kind of help us talk about the topics for next Saturday.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, car drag and drive cars at car shows, man. It's weird.
It's becoming more popular. Again,
But
our main goal is to get people out driving their hot rods, and drag and drive is just one of the ways that we can do that.
yeah, that's for sure. Well, guys, on the next drag drive repeat show that you're going to be watching, we have the team from Driven Racing Oil going to be on. Sit down, get comfortable. We got an hour plus planned with them. There's a lot of intricate stuff to talk about with racing oils and even just the oil you run in your regular daily driver. So we're gonna lean into some of that and figure out what we can learn, how we can get there, what we need to tell you guys, what you guys want to ask of us. So we're going to make a post later today talking about this and getting some questions to ask those guys as well. So it should be pretty fun. And guys, we can't do this without you. Thank you for the folks that have watched today. Thank you for the folks that are still watching right now. We appreciate you guys so much. I want to call you our race car friends. Again, I say it all the time, but I usually try and leave it for the end. We have big things planned for our race car friends for 2024. Things we're working on behind the scenes, and I promise you, it's going to be worth the wait. Guys, thank you so much to our sponsors: Summit Racing, Molly Motorsports, Driven Racing Oil, Car Change 3D, Howard's Cams, Performa Built, Sweet Patina, and Racing Junk Classifieds. Guys, we can't do without all of y'all. Thank you so much. See you guys soon.
Yep. See you guys on Wednesday.